Hi, welcome to the Neil's Homestead, and today we are going to be picking our garlic that we've been growing since last October. We're mostly growing elephant garlic in here. This is a large variety of garlic that is a little milder than most garlic, but you get a lot more for the package. We've grown this for several years. So today we're going to be picking all of this. There are 2 rows of these, wide rows, because they're ready to go, and we need to get them out of the ground so they don't, the tops will fall over and they'll get weak and they'll get really hard to pull and hard to find and stuff. I just broke my tool. This one's about to rip loose. Sometimes they're a little deeper and they're rooted well and hard to pull, so you got to come in beside them and kind of pry them up. The trick is not to stab them as you go down in there. Some come right out of the ground and some don't. Because they may be planted a little too deeply. Also, some of them get left in the ground on accident, and then they grow the next year, and they tend to get a little bit deeper in the ground, so they get really tough to pull. The ground is a little bit wetter than I would like it. If it's too wet, it sticks to the garlic and makes it a lot more difficult to pull. You pull a lot more dirt out with it. They get harder to clean and such. I think I just stabbed that one. Yep, I sliced it. With our garlic crop this year, we're hoping to eat some. We have to save enough to replant, and we're hoping to be able to sell some as well. I have 2 about 6 foot wide, about 40 feet long beds, maybe 50, that we plant garlic in. They're mounded up dirt beds. I scooped out of the walkways to raise them up a little bit, and then I put mulch of various kinds, sawdust usually, on top of the beds that keeps it moist and feeds the soil, and then we plant the garlic through that. Keeps the weeds down to a large extent. I started out something like 10 years ago with a little bag about that big of garlic cloves, and I planted those. The next year I harvested them and I planted them all back, and I did that for a few years, and all of the elephant garlic that I have now came from that seed. I really have no idea how many plants there are in this. I've maybe mentioned this before, but we plant in this bed and I keep mulch on top of it. Our ground is pretty hard clay, and if you dig down very far, like, you'll hit pretty hard clay down there. But as you can see in this top layer, like, that's pretty good soil right there. It's loose and friable. That's mostly decomposing mulch of various kinds, and that really helps keep the garlic loose, and I hardly have to water this garlic at all because it just gets enough rain and holds water for a long time, even when everything else gets dry. That one was really deep. It's really hot out here. I'd say it's upper 80s, lower 90s. I've got my 2 older boys helping me. I think we can knock this out pretty quick. We are almost done. It's really gone pretty good and hasn't taken all that long. And we've gotten a little bit of cloud cover, which helped a lot. The garlic is all picked now, and we're carrying it up to our porch where we've set up this sorting table, which helps us sort off a lot of the the dirt and the trash. My mom and our friend Susan built this table today, and they put hardware cloth over the top of it so that it can function as kind of a sifting thing, so the dirt can go ahead and fall down through. It also provides like a scrubbing area. You have to be careful not to scrub too hard and bruise the garlic, because if you bruise anything, it will go ahead and rot and go bad. So you always want to avoid that. As we sort, we're also looking for ones that we accidentally damaged with tools, and we're tossing these out. We'll eat them immediately because they're going to go bad.